You're listening to The John and Heidi Show. Now, featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Ferris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Ferris. Good Wednesday to you, Mr. Ferris. How you doing?
And speaking of Wednesday,
Yeah.
Big John Small.
Yes.
Heidi.
Yes.
Look at you.
Look at her.
Look at you. Did you do something with your hair again?
She did.
No.
Well,
You did too.
You're looking kind of sassy.
Tucked it and fluffed it different than normal.
Tucked it and fluffed it.
I don't
Tucked
know.
it and fluffed
It
it.
looks good.
All right, fantastic.
It's a nice look.
Like me and John know what we're even talking about.
I don't know what you call it, but tucked and
Well,
fluffed.
welcome, and this is right up your guys' perspective alley. It happens to be National Spoil Your Dog Day.
Oh, yeah. Our dog is pretty spoiled.
You think?
Yeah.
Your dog,
Very.
and I'm just going to mention this, your dog, and I know we don't have cameras, but your dog is like right here.
She loves
right
you.
at my side.
She
She
loves
loves
Dan,
you.
and Dan does not
No,
reciprocate.
she's looking at me longingly, and
Yeah.
it's just kind of pathetic.
She's
okay. I'm
she
patting.
loves you, Dan.
I'm patting her head. There,
She just loves
there
you.
we go. All right, some huge birthdays today. Love this guy, Antonio Banderas.
Oh yeah.
Ah.
Fantastic. My favorite movie of his, and he's been in a lot of them, the 2003 classic Once Upon a Time in Mexico.
It's
Also
a good
known
film.
as Desperado 2. Strangely enough, it's got two different titles,
Is
which
it
is
really known
kind
as
of
that?
odd. Yeah, he stars with Selma Hayek. Johnny Depp is in that. William Dafoe. I mean,
Yeah.
Danny
Yeah.
Trejo is in that. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
thing
Yeah.
is, it's kind of cool, kind of funky, and of course, his role as Puss in Boots
Oh yeah.
in the Shrek movie. What he does with his eyes—that's acting.
That is acting.
Guy's good.
It's also animated, but it's acting.
Antonio is 62 today.
Yes.
Angie Harmon. Angie Harmon, Rizzoli and Isles, probably her biggest
Oh,
TV series.
Okay.
I you know what? I love her for her voice. She has one of those just a dusky, sultry
Yeah.
voice. She's 50 today.
Is she nice?
Yep, honorable mention, Leo Fender. I only bring Leo up because
Guitar
Leo
man.
actually inventor of the first mass-produced electric guitar.
Nice.
Oh.
He didn't invent the electric guitar, and he did a Les Paul, contrary to Paul. I believe it was a guy named Rickenbacker, actually. Familiar with the Rickenbacker
Orville
guitar?
Rickenbacker?
Not Orville Rickenbacker, no. Whole different Rickenbacker.
That's a Redenbacher anyway.
Yeah, Rickenbacker. Tom Petty played a Rickenbacker.
Oh, nice.
Trying to get a visual of it. And Susanna Hoffman Bangles usually played
Nice.
a Rickenbacker. So,
Okay.
yeah.
That's why they popped.
And I happen to own a Fender Stratocaster.
Nice.
So I'm a big fan. And finally, Jimmy Dean.
Sausage Man.
What couldn't he do? Not just that, he had his own
Big
TV
John.
show, Big John.
A big
Had his
song.
own TV show?
Yes,
Yeah, Jimmy
he had a
Dean.
variety series for a while. He was,
It was
a big
based
deal.
out of Nashville, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a lot of country stuff on
Jimmy
it.
I had
Dean.
no idea.
And Jimmy Dean sausage and breakfast stuff, that whatever.
Yeah.
He still does his own commercials, and he's been dead since 2010.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Now that's talent.
That's pretty great.
Yeah.
So
I
does
think
Orville.
they
Well,
re-
no, Orville Redenbacher doesn't do his own
No.
anymore.
They recorded some of those ads ahead, I think. So.
Wasn't
They
Redenbacher-
recorded him.
Yeah, he was the popcorn dude, right?
Orville
Yeah.
Redenbacher. He was
Oh,
also-
I remember that. Yes, when he died, that was the loudest cremation in history.
That's amazing.
Holy
gonna kill me over here?
smokes! Yeah.
I'm not well.
If not well.
I just wanted to point that out.
All right, historically speaking, a momentous day. What are you kidding me? Oh, heck no. Let's get on with it. 1846. U.S. Act of Congress that passes unanimously establishing the Smithsonian Institution.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that thing is the largest museum and research complex in the world these days.
I wouldn't know. It's huge.
It's just massive. It's
I was
totally
there.
insane. And that's the Ark of the Covenant is stashed in there somewhere.
Is it really? I didn't see that, but I was there. It just keeps going and going and going and
And
going
it keeps on growing.
and going.
1985, this was pretty controversial stuff, actually. This day, 1985, Michael Jackson, writes
What was that?
I like that. That'll be my new ringtone.
I do it better if I grab myself, but I'm not going to do that.
Thank you for that.
We are not going to keep it real. He writes a little check buys ATV Music. What's the big deal? Well, that
Beatles.
purchase included the publishing rights to the Beatles song catalog.
Yeah, they were not too thrilled about that.
Paid $47.5 million for it. And in short order, after he bought that, all of a sudden, and this was a big deal. I
This
remember
was a big deal because he just gave it right back to them.
But I want to say, all of a sudden, and I think it was a Nike ad, all of a sudden, Beatles Revolution is cranking in the background of this TV ad. And I remember kind of cringing, going,
Yeah.
What have they done?
whoops.
But he gave the library back, didn't he? Didn't
Yeah.
Jackson give it back
I
to
think
him?
he sold it. I don't think he gave
No,
it.
I think he
didn't
gave it back
give
to
it back.
McCartney.
No, you're thinking of Dolly Parton.
Actually, another company, I
thing.
believe, bought it from Michael Jackson. McCartney ended up with it eventually.
Yeah.
Eventually. And I think he
I
has
was
the
thinking
rights
he
now.
just gave it back.
No, you're thinking of Dolly Parton. She bought Porter Wagner's music and then gave it to him.
Whole different situation.
Yeah, it's a whole different. It's.
And I'm pretty
way
sure
off.
Porter Wagner's never shown up as a soundtrack for Nike.
Probably not.
Just
Maybe
guessing.
they're working on that right now, Dan. You
Just
never know.
do ha-hoo it. It was this day in 2017. This was earth-shattering stuff. 100-year-old fruitcake produced by Hanley and Palmer's, that happens to be a British baking company founded in 1822,
Yeah.
was deemed almost eatable.
Yeah.
Was discovered in a hut used by Captain Scott's expedition in Antarctica.
Yeah. It was
100 years
frozen
old.
for 100 years. So
Yeah.
Like, we could probably thaw this
probably
out and
won't
eat
kill you. You can have a bite of that.
polar bears took a little nibble off it. They're like, no, I
Really,
don't want
when
that.
you think about it, almost eatable. That's like fruitcake made just today.
Yeah, it's exactly. One from last year is also almost edible.
Ain't no big deal going on there. Hey, I know.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
We all know. We can just jump ahead.
Gonna do that. It is the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Ferris.
Join us in October for The Sands, a week of music and fun that's been described as the best week ever by many of our guests. This year, we have more icons and more fun. Culture Club, The Cult, Loverboy, Belinda Carlisle, Lou Graham, Vanilla Ice, Samantha Fox, Firehouse, and many more. Plan to join us October 25th through the 30th at Planet Hollywood Beach Resort in Cancun, Mexico. This all-inclusive event will be the time of your life. Learn more now at radiotravelgroup.com.
Time now for Back to the Basics in Healthcare with Balanced Life Chiropractic. We have Dr. Harley joining us. How you doing, Dr. Harley?
Hey, good morning, John. I'm doing fantastic. Ready for another Back to the Basics.
Yeah, and we've got Back to School, Back to the Basics going on right now because at the end of the summer, a lot of kids have, all kinds of fun things that they're doing, very active, out and about doing things, and then pretty soon here, they're going to be sitting in a desk most of the day, and that changes things, doesn't it?
Right, yeah. We see this a lot that, little kids are getting labeled more as hyperactive or ADHD. Like it's becoming really more frequent, but, is it that they actually have these conditions or is there more of an environmental factor in place? So that's why I want to talk about, when kids are going back to school, they're spending all summer running around, burning off lots of energy, and now they're going to be sitting in classrooms, 8 hours a day.
All fidgety and wanting to be out running and having fun.
Right. You tell them to sit down and be quiet, but they're, disruptive. They're not paying attention because they have all this extra energy that they don't know what to do with now because there's some schools that, they're limiting recess or they're getting rid of PE. So now these kids really don't have a good outlet for that energy. And then they go home and they're not always the most active after school because they're tired, right? So that's just something as for parents to be aware of that your kid just might need a better outlet for getting rid of their energy. So making sure that they're staying active when they get home from school can help burn that off, that they're sleeping well so they're not so cranky, that kind of stuff. But also, watch what are they eating? Red dye number 40 is one of those specifically that's been linked to ADHD or hyperactivity.
Where do I find red dye number 40? What's that in?
In anything that's red food coloring, anything, basically. So trying to find things that don't have all the added food colorings and dyes in it, something that's a little more, natural flavored or colored is going to be best for that.
And it doesn't matter what color it is because when you eat it, it's all kind of tastes the same anyway.
Right. Yeah. The food coloring just makes it look pretty, but those additives can cause hyperactivity in your children.
Wow, I didn't even know that.
Right. As I, it's becoming more and more known, but still a lot of people don't know about
That could be my issue. I eat a lot of red food, so maybe that's why I'm hyperactive.
Yeah, potentially might focus. Look at what you're eating, and really start looking at food labels, because you can read, at the bottom it's going to say what food colorings are in there. Yeah. So that's something that just people need to be more aware of, is reading their food labels.
And you were saying sugar can make a big difference too.
Right, there's sugar in everything. Yeah. All your kids' breakfast cereals, Lucky Charms, Fruit Loops, all that's full of sugar.
And I remember when I was a kid, my mom would say, "We're going to buy the cereal that doesn't have all the added sugar." Because it's got like a half a cup of sugar per serving. And then we would have the non-sugar, and then we put 2 cups of sugar on it. That probably doesn't help, does it?
I mean, I remember eating like the granola type.
Oh, yeah. I like that stuff now.
Yeah, then I'd add sugar on top of it, right?
I had a bowl of Mueslix once, and it felt like I was eating stuff I raked up out of the yard. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah, so I mean, the not fun cereals are going to be better just nutrition-wise. They're going to have more fiber. They're going to have less sugar in it. But there's like sugar in everything, high fructose corn syrups in everything. So that's one thing, is just trying to watch, the amount of sugar that your kids are eating will also help lower their high energy as well. But if nothing is seeming to work, then it might be time to seek some professional help.
Very nice.
And a lot of people will look to what medication can we take, but maybe it's more of on a nerve level, that their brain and their nervous system is just overfiring, that they're way too stimulated from all these things, and they just need a way to help calm it down. So with chiropractic, we actually see a lot of kids and even adults for hyperactivity or ADHD, that they're just always on the go, like just go, 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 go. Like it's like their brake is broken, like they're always on the gas pedal. So by helping restore proper communication nerve function to the brake system, we actually can see them start to calm down. In class, they're less disruptive. They're able to focus better.
All of that without drugs.
Right, and that's the best part, is that their body's actually functioning like it's supposed to.
If somebody listening is going, boy, that sounds like something that would be perfect for somebody in my family, how do they get a hold of you guys?
Right, they can give us a call at 605-215-1785 or shoot us a message on our Facebook page, Balanced Life Chiropractic. We'd love to let them know how we can help.
Very nice. You can find them online as well at balancedlifesd.com.
If you watch the news, you've probably heard about interest rate hikes and other financial factors that could make you a bit nervous. At BetterCreditCards.com, we continue our commitment to help you get a better credit card. On the website, BetterCreditCards.com, we have different kinds of credit cards, some with better points and perks, some designed to help you build your credit. Whatever stage of life you happen to be in, we want to help. Give yourself a little credit. BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
And now stuff Dan finds interesting.
It is time for Stuff Dan Finds Interesting. Dan, what do you find interesting on this Wednesday?
It's the simple things in life that you really don't think about, but once you go, I'm really glad you did that. Oil changes come to mind.
Oh, yeah. That's it.
Yeah?
I happen to have in my grubby little
It's
paw
time for me
here
to get one, by the way.
a free oil change.
I should just take it.
You should.
But I won't.
I could slide it to you. I'm not going to, but I could.
Nah, I won't do that.
Tire Motive. Somebody's going to get a free oil change. Up to a $50 value if you're rocking like synthetic oil.
These guys are
They're
awesome.
They're really good.
We're big fans.
Big fans. And they listen. So, hi, guys. How you doing?
Lisa Sandberg, come on down.
Nice.
Hey, Lisa.
And if you don't need an oil change, come grab my vehicle.
There you go. Yeah, and Mike and Darren, the crew will take excellent care of you. Tire Motive, driven by service, right there on North Marion Road in Sioux Falls. I've been unloading some stuff. I've been going through stuff. I've been hauling stuff around all my life, whatever, boxes of stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm selling some stuff. I'm throwing some stuff away.
Downsizing
A little bit. And I find I was not even aware I had this. I found a birth announcement for me.
Really?
Oh.
For me, yeah. It was along
cool.
with my high school diploma. They're just these things I have not seen in literally decades. I'm going, wow.
That's pretty
I've
cool.
been hauling this stuff around. Well, all my life, apparently.
Apparently, yeah.
And what was I surprised by the birth announcement?
Yeah.
Was I just assumed, the average weight of a baby born in this country is like 7 pounds. 7.25, 6.9, whatever it's rated. I was 9.5 pounds.
Holy cow.
I looked again and I went, it cleared up a lot.
Yeah.
It's like my birthday every year. My mom would smack me alongside the head. What was that for?
Yeah. Way to go.
So yeah, thinking about kids. I found some stuff from my sons when he played baseball 20 years ago, stuff like that. It was really kind of fun. Then I tripped over this little article. Naming kids is hard. Naming babies is hard. And we're right in the midst of it. Over 20% of the babies born in this country are being born between now and October.
Oh, yeah. It's a
The
busy
bumper
time.
crop is what happens now.
Oh, yeah.
And the trends are changing. It wasn't that long ago. Everybody was looking for just kind of off the rails, random, really different names for kids. You had your Atlases, your Bentleys, your Cadence, and this is my daughter, Dagana.
Ooh, wow.
She's what now? She's what?
Buy a vowel next time.
And it's listed most popular names in the country, state by state. We certainly aren't going to get into all that, but according to a company called TopData.com, they've compiled it, and things are getting back to, I guess, what you would call more traditional. So far this year, 2022, Liam for boys is the most popular in 13 states. Listen to this. Olivia for girls.
Wow.
Number one girl's name in 34 states this year.
Oh, wow.
34.
I wonder if that'll bump up more now that we just lost Olivia Newton-John.
Yeah, exactly. The total bummer there.
That was a huge bummer.
Oh, I had such a
Adorable.
crush on her.
That name surprises me, actually. Liam, I could see, but
yeah, I've met several
Olivia
Liams.
surprises me.
Yeah.
Oliver is a close second for the boys with
I have a nephew named Oliver.
12 states. Charlotte, wow, that's a classic. I had an Aunt Charlotte, married Uncle Bill.
Yeah, that's right.
He drank.
He did.
And Charlotte was really quiet.
Nice.
Distant second in 9 states, Charlotte is at number 2. Would you like the South Dakota most popular boys' names?
What is it? Is it Dan or John?
No, Dan is usually in the top 20 regardless of what year. Daniel is just a popular name because, well, it's a great name.
It is a pretty good name. John used to be there all the time, and it's kind of out of favor now that people know me. So
yeah, we're not here to talk about you, John. South Dakota boys' names 2022, the most popular. Top 5 at number 5. Really? Lincoln.
Oh, I have a nephew named Lincoln.
Oh, nice.
This one surprised me too. At number 4, Hudson.
I have a nephew named Hudson.
Do you really?
I do.
We do in the same family.
Holy cow.
See if I got the rest.
Coming in at number 3 is Theodore.
We don't have a
Teddies.
Ted.
None.
Oliver's at number 2.
I have an Oliver.
And the number 1 boy's name, state of South Dakota this year, is Henry.
Henry.
And you have a grandson named Henry.
My grandson, who is, he's 6, going to be, 7 in October. So
That's awesome.
there you go. South Dakota girls' names, the top
yeah.
5, 2022. At number 5 is Ava.
Oh, nice.
Amelia is at number 4.
That's cool.
Charlotte at 3.
Like it.
Emma clocking in at number 2.
Very nice.
And the number 1 girl's name, state of South Dakota this year so far is Evelyn.
Oh,
Evelyn.
Yeah, so a lot of these are like, when you think
nice,
about it,
yeah.
they're old-timey, 50, 60, 70 years, that kind of a thing.
Yeah, they're making a comeback. They say everything comes back.
so the number 1 name was Evelyn?
Girls in South Dakota for 2022, the most
That's
popular
crazy.
girl's name.
I know an Evelyn who's like my age, but I don't know any little kids named Evelyn.
Yeah, and my guess is they call him, Evie.
Well, they call her Eve. This one.
Oh, okay. That makes sense, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. so
It's
they call
spelled
her Eve.
Evelyn.
Nice. I didn't even know this friend's name was Evelyn until I saw it on Facebook because I've always called her Eve. And then I saw her name on Facebook. I'm like, who the heck is that?
And I was thinking about this, too, because, finding all this old stuff from whatever, and I found a baseball.
Yeah.
And I actually wrote on it. I remember running through the park and getting this when my son was playing youth baseball years ago.
Yeah.
Baseball, and I wrote on it, 2004, Yankton Trails, and my son's name. It's a baseball he hit in a game. He split the ball.
Oh, wow.
Oh, cool.
Cracked the ball.
Nice.
Which was quite a feat.
Yeah.
2004, and I grabbed that ball and I went, man, I miss those days, so I'm just going to put this out there. I would like to have another baby.
Oh, that's right. We've had this discussion.
But here's the thing. I've switched it up a little bit.
Oh, you have? Okay.
Okay, I have a baby. Don't want to marry anybody. We don't need to date.
We don't need to be.
We're going to keep this real simple. Take the baby. You incur all the expenses. I would prefer a boy. When the lad is old enough to play catch, I'll just pick him up on weekends.
Jeez.
We'll call it good.
All right. Well, we'll see if we get any calls on that.
605-933-1980.
If I do get a call, I'm going to be very concerned.
And we'll just we'll email you an application.
Jeez. All right, Dan, thank you for stopping in.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it, you
Pretty
guys.
sure that last thing was probably illegal. If not, it should be. It is the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Ferris.
While other wireless companies raise their prices, Mint Mobile has taken a different approach. You can get premium wireless for just $15 a month. Let's say that again so you hear it right. $15 a month for unlimited premium wireless. Why would we do that? Because we can. If you're paying too much for your wireless phone, it's time for a Mintervention from Mint Mobile. You can sign up today at Mintervention.com. Premium wireless for just $15 a month at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Here's your Market Beat Minute for Wednesday, August 10th, 2022. Stocks on Wall Street extended their recent run of losses Tuesday as investors reviewed disappointing earnings reports and looked ahead to the release of an inflation snapshot closely watched by the Federal Reserve. The S&P 500 fell 0.4%, making it the fourth consecutive drop. The Dow Jones Industrial Average fell 0.2%, and the Nasdaq slid 1.2%. Smaller company stocks also gave up ground, sending the Russell 2000 index 1.5% lower. Technology companies and retailers were the biggest drags on the market, outweighing gains in energy, financials, and elsewhere. Bond yields rose broadly. The selling likely reflects profit-taking by investors ahead of Wednesday's Consumer Price Index report. You can get the inside track from Wall Street's brightest minds delivered directly to your inbox every day at marketbeatminute.com.